Harem, a genre of anime most people know all too well, recreating the feeling of dating simulator games where the main character is 9 times out of 10 a dark-haired high school student with a pretty bland personality that somehow manages to attract the attention of women in the story. Wish fulfillment anime that makes people think for 24 minutes that they are Duke Dennis. I think most people have had that phase in their life where they were addicted to series like High School DxD or To Love Ryu, for example. The harem anime rabbit hole is a canon event for most anime watchers, and if you are really heading down the hole, you know about the testament of Sister New Devil, Seek God. Now, by this point, you have probably gotten the impression that I hate these types of series because why does every protagonist of these shows decide to get with the girl that 90% of the fans agree is not the best option? Now, while I do look back at some of these series with absolute disgust, I've just come to the realization that a lot of Japanese manga authors simply don't have internet, and that is why I think that the 100 Girlfriends Who Really Love You is so great. This series is just stupid, it's dumb, but harem anime are stupid. This series is like Konosuba for isekai, where its whole purpose is to make fun of the genre. The protagonist, RENTARO Aijo, is a typical high school student with short brown hair that has no game. Bro has been rejected 100 times, so in an act of desperation, he hits up his local shrine to beg God to give him a girlfriend. But this god of love is so bad at his job that he accidentally writes down that RENTARO will have 100 soulmates that he will meet in high school instead of one. Plus, any soulmates that don't fall in love with each other will die a horrible death afterwards. So RENTARO has to find all the number cards in order to save the world. If anyone understands that Yu-Gi-Oh's EXO reference, bless your soul. Off the premise alone, you could already tell that this show is going to be ridiculous, but on the flip side, the premise is pretty genius because unlike most harem anime, everyone wins. Harem series is like sports betting where the fever of gambling whether your ship will win is what drives you to tune in every week. You have all the stereotypes like the tsundere, the rich horny woman, the shy petite woman, the studious that secretly bold woman, and even the magical girl transformation one. And they all aren't just mindless characters that glorify the protagonist, so that's a plus as well. Each encounter with a new soulmate becomes the focus of that episode, where 12 episodes worth of development in a regular harem anime is completed in one episode in a way that doesn't feel rushed, and these characters still get moments to develop and learn more about themselves because again, the focus is what comes after the starting line instead of getting to the starting line. Thus, although will they get together foolishness is removed from the very beginning and we can get into the meat and potatoes of these relationships. Like, it's going to be hilarious when Rent a Girlfriend fans finally witness Chizuru and Kazuya get together, and the aftermath of them officially being a couple is going to be concluded in 3 chapters max. It's like if when Luffy finds the One Piece, the series ends in the next chapter and we don't get to see the effects of the world changing after he becomes Pirate King. We basically got scammed. And I hope this series creates a domino effect for more series, not just harem or romance ones, to have characters get together much earlier on in their stories, because if an author is going to introduce these elements, it shouldn't be treated like a fake cherry placed on top of a cupcake. But 100 Girlfriends has something for you. The food is not poisoned in these streets. For example, one thing that always drives me insane when I'm watching a romance series, not even anime, just in general, is characters having the IQ level of Patrick Star. The most serious miscommunication and misunderstandings I've seen in my life that gets dragged out for 6 episodes. I know there's probably hundreds of videos online that bar for bar have said the same criticism I'm saying right now just to push a series that isn't even all that different from the thing they are complaining about. But trust me, RENTARO has better attentive listening skills than some people I know in real life, which allows for all the characters involved to have better emotional maturity than most rom-com series. This guy RENTARO is locked in to make sure his partners are well taken care of, so the series never feels like self-insert wish fulfillment, because I can genuinely see why someone would fall in love with him. He's a real man, straight to the point, and stands on business.
For it, man, we want nothing to do with these hoes. You better not call them that. I'll eat you alive.
But most of all, 100 Girlfriends is just pure fun. The author, Nakamura Rikoto, has written romance and comedy series before, so I feel they understand the genre. This series is pretty self-aware that the genre is garbage and just takes all of these stereotypes that are most extreme to where I can't even get mad when plot lines are introduced that are so insanely out of pocket. Now, I won't spoil, but there's like one plot line in the later half of the anime that's caused controversy, and normally I would have dropped the series at this point, but it really was like the nail in the coffin that this series was making a statement how ridiculous it was going to get. It's like watching a train wreck that knows what it is. So as long as the series continues to know that like it's being self-aware and not taking itself too seriously, I'm okay with it. And it's even further elevated with the fourth wall breaks alongside the great voice acting and line delivery for some of these jokes.
Well, Crystal, fabulous example.
You know what this like?
It's super cool chemically, and I am the one who knocks after all.
The casual outfit. The outfit.
Trust me, it wouldn't surprise me if they had to cut some lines I had in the manga.
and you don't want to screw over manga readers.
So if you hate harem or you love harem anime, then the 100 Girlfriends Who Really Love You has something for you to enjoy. And if you're someone that enjoys anime content that keeps it real, consider subscribing so when I hit 10K, you can brag about being a day one. I gotta get back in the kitchen to cook. Peace.